Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about one of the commercial fashion shoots I did for one of the salons in DC that advertises with a magazine that I work with. The shoot was supposed to feature a bride in a dress from a designer in a hotel room. All those elements are not in my control. I wasn't given the option, I had to go with what I have. So I can control what the photo is going to look like by deciding how to light it, how to pose it, and what other elements that photographers can do. We got into a room. It was a very small room. After scouting the hotel, I found out that the only room we can work in, with all the other limitations, is probably the smallest room I've ever photographed in. That's okay. I brought with me a few light shapers, and I had to pick which one is going to be able to do a full body light and fit in a small room. Believe it or not, I took the 5 feet Octabox because it is relatively a flat softbox, not like the other ones that are much deeper. I put it on a 1000 watts D1, plugged into the wall, and raised it up pretty high at 45 degrees down. Then what I did is I decided what's the best side of featuring the bride or the model's face. I like to establish what's the best angle for her. That's also something that is in my control. After doing a trial and error of a few photos, as you can see, we picked the best angle for her and tweaked the light, get the right exposure. After I realized that one light is not enough, I had to stick another light in the room, but there was no room for it. So instead, I put a reflector against the wall. Reflector is probably the flattest light you can ever find, fits anywhere, and if you aim it properly to reflect the main light, you get a pretty nice fill or rim lighting, depending on how you position it. We used the silver side of the reflector. It brought in a little too much light, too specular, and a little too hard. So instead, I flipped it to the white side. Figuring out the lighting, then I had to figure out the posing, which we did. We got a few good shots and then tweaked the exposure. I wanted to capture some of the ambient light outside. Having the reflector in the right position opened up the shadows on the bride's back because that was the people that designed it, that was their favorite pose. So we went with that. The next thing we did is a trick because the painting that was over her head on the left had a reflection from the softbox. That's nothing I could change because I can't direct the softbox in any other direction and I can't remove the photo. So what I did at the end of the photo shoot is I took the softbox out of the room and took the same photo without anybody in it. So I had a perfect exposure with just ambient light of the painting, which later in Photoshop we superimposed on the original photo with the bride that had a reflection on that painting. Speaking of posing, I shot a lot of good frames. Once we got the light nailed down, every frame looked good. But I had to get a variety of images, at least 10 of them for the client to pick which one is their favorite. So we took a few photos because it's not important for me to get something I like. I got to make sure that it's something they like. When I photographed a wedding back in the days, it was all about what I wanted to do, and it's my style, and that's what it is, and that's why people came to me. But when you're doing commercial photography, you have to make sure the client is happy, and they sometimes have their own agenda and their own things they want to show. For example, in this photo, the idea was to show that it's a backless dress, or the fact that she had earrings. Had I done something I wanted to do, it may have not showed the back of the dress. So I went with what they envisioned and with what I think was looking good. Check out this month's article in Shutter Magazine to see how I choose the right location, the right gear, and make all the decisions involved in creating commercial shoots.